Well, on behalf of IREM Georgia, the membership committee, and also programming and education, we are going to be starting today on time. We will have some more people that have said that they're coming in late, but we are very excited about today's program. And we also will be introducing a very special guest from headquarters, Miss Narissa Lege. And we're super happy and thankful because IREM is doing new things and we are continuing to grow and move forward. And at this point, I would like to introduce our co-chair of the membership committee from IREM Georgia, Jasmine Sylvester.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. I'll go ahead and cover this. Everybody is good to go. We have everyone's first and last name. Yes, we do. So this way you get credit for attending. And if you have any questions, please use the chat box and we will address them at the middle or end of the session. And that's how you use your chat box. Today, this presentation from the IREM Georgia chapter will mainly be from Jasmine Sylvester and myself. And then, as I said earlier, our very special guest from headquarters, Narissa Lege. Am I saying that properly, Narissa?
Leg. Perfect.
Leg. Oh, like I got a leg up.
Awesome. There you go.
Okay. And Narissa Leg is our Director of Member Engagement and Services at the Institute of Real Estate Management from Chicago, our headquarters, and we're so thankful that she could join us today. And we will keep going. We are going to start with member services, and this is where Jasmine is going to start. Thank you so much, everyone.
Alrighty, so I think as far as member services, we offer several benefits and services to our members at IREM, mainly being education and certifications. That's our primary focus at the Institute of Real Estate Management. News as it pertains to our industry in whole. Income and expense publications. These documents and publications have a wealth of information that our professionals can utilize for their benefit in terms of NOI from different property types that are similar to your property types that you can use as a resource of comparing and contrasting, or to really figure out what to put in your budgets. We have blogs, forums, and checklists. I utilize this service all the time, especially around the time of COVID. We have career support, which is really good when you're looking to transition, and Connection Corner. At IREM, our mission statement is serving real estate professionals who, there's more, sorry. Connection Corner, public policy, and our industry partners. So now our mission statement is serving real estate professionals who manage all real estate property types. The Institute for Real Estate Management has been an integral force in the state of Georgia since 1971. Furthering expounding on our member services, we also have tools and resources available to you guys. Additional news and webinars that can be utilized for your benefit on a variety of topics. We have our white papers, which are also an additional resource, similar to like our income and expense publications as well. IREM Bill Tracker. We have advocacy actions, our congressional in-district program. We have our Capitol Hill visits, which are a big to-do, especially when transitioning with our government figures. So with our blogs, forms, and checklists, you can search more than 250 downloadable forms for residential, retail, and commercial properties. All you need to do is go to irem.org/resources/forms-checklist.
I think we might be having a little technical difficulty.
And you also find them.
Jasmine, maybe you could do your backdrop, turn it off because it's flipping out and we're only hearing part of you.
Yes, let me try. Let me try from a different device here.
I can hear you now.
You can hear me. Oh, well, that's a benefit.
And I'll just keep going. We
Okay.
offer more than 70 live programs and also Skills on Demand with almost 50 on-demand recorded programs offered. And what we're calling them now are certification courses, webinars, Skills on Demand, and what we'll learn about later are IREM skill badges. Jasmine, would you like to go now?
Okay, I'm connecting a different audio here to see if that will help.
I can hear you. But with this, moving forward, since we have 6 slides, certification courses earn an IREM certification in the way that's best for you. Am I echoing? Okay. Narissa, we may let you take it for now. I'm going to mute.
Okay, hopefully everyone can hear me well. So just where Deborah left off, just talking about the new nomenclature for our courses. We have a variety of different modalities. So if you are interested in online or self-paced, which is great because that's exactly at your own pace and you can take those courses when you have the time, that's great. And then we have live online, thank you. So again, if you prefer an online course, we have those available. And then of course, later in the year, there will be more actual in-person courses as well. You can go to the next slide. Well, I believe, Deborah, this is your slide. We're so ready to have these in-person courses, right? Classroom courses in Georgia.
Yes, ma'am. And the very first ones we're having, which is our really core of our IREM organization, is ethics. And we're going to offer that in the classroom November 9th. Here's the prices you can see. And it is essential for anybody that does business in real estate. We push this, we promote it, we encourage it. It's the backbone to our industry is being ethical. And believe it or not, there's ways that you can just slip and slide into the wrong area. And we don't want that happening. If you're affiliated with IREM or if you're a real estate professional, you're invited to that course. And then we have our maintenance. It's managing maintenance operations and property risk that we'll be offering in the classroom with Belda Simpson. She is amazing. She's one of our past regional vice presidents. She is excitement on 2 legs. She is offering this course on November 10th and November 11th. And it is going to cover inspections, the ins and outs of major building equipment, selecting and managing and overseeing the work of contractors, and a preventive maintenance and risk management program. And the prices are listed here, but as we will cover later when Jasmine gets back online, there's also scholarships so that we can help our members. But our members are well trained, and those that are pursuing certifications are very serious about real estate as a career and as their future. And mentioned earlier, Jasmine did mention the income and expense program. It is now called the new IQ program. We are encouraging each and every one of our members that manage an asset to submit their data. This information is also great for key benchmarking as far as KPIs, key performance indicators, and benchmarking your performance. So with that said, this is information on a local, statewide, regional, and national level. And the more data that gets entered, the better. And IREM Georgia had actually won year over year, one of the ones that submitted the most data, because it does give you insight. And it's also something that your owners, if they're from another part of the country and they want to know, hey, why are you spending so much on pine straw? You will have an answer for that. It's different in the South. It just is. They don't use it up north. But if you're up north and they want to know, the owners down south want to know, why are you spending so much on snow removal? Well, there's a good reason. So this is one of the things that can help us. Jasmine, you jump in when you are ready and connected.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Is that a yes? I'm hoping so. Okay, great. I had to switch. I apologize for that. Here we go. All righty, where are we? Okay. All right. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, guys. So we do have our first annual IREM Georgia Golf Tournament coming up May 19th, 2021 at the Echelon Golf Club. You guys do not want to miss this. We will have 18 holes and shotgun start. I'm not a golfer, have no idea what that means, but it sounds like fun. Attendees will enjoy a relaxing day of golf, net weaving like Dr. Debbie likes to say, lunch, games, contests, drinks, photos, golfing, cash awards, and an after party. That's when I'll be in attendance. You don't have to be a great golfer to take home cash prizes. We are awarding the first, 7th, 15th, and last place teams, and there will be a $5,000 raffle ticket and a hole-in-one prize too. Our gold sponsors are RPM CF Real Estate Services. Our silver sponsors are Cortland and Graystar. Our bronze sponsor is Gibson Landscaping and Integral Management, Integral Property Management. Our hole-in-one sponsor is, do we not have that one just yet?
We do. It's a hole-in-one sponsor. It is actually going to be Volvo with Dyer and Dyer. They're giving away a Volvo, a brand new one worth $78,000. So they're a wonderful sponsor if you get the hole-in-one. So, and along with a lot of other prizes. So thank you for asking, Jasmine.
Awesome. So for a foursome group, it will be a number of $550. For social 4 to 6, it will be $50. You can visit iremgeorgia.org for more information on that. So for our next item, we have the submissions for IREM Remy Awards that is now open. So you can submit anyone that you think has made a phenomenal contribution to our real estate industry. The Remy Awards are a celebration of the essential work that you do every day to make a difference in the lives of your tenants and community. Our IREM Georgia Past Award recipients are Georgia, Dr. Debbie Phillips. Cortland is a 2-time winner, and past president Shannon Longino. Submission and nominations are being accepted now through June 11th. So get those in. If you have someone in mind, put them out there. Finalists will be contacted in August. Winners will be announced in person on stage at the 2021 Global Summit in Las Vegas on October 14th. You do not need to be present to win. However, you do not want to miss a great time in Las Vegas. I'm excited. As far as the Remy Awards, there are several different categories for you guys to submit for. So we have corporate awards, which are the AMO of the Year, IREM Excellence Award for corporate, and then the IREM Innovator Award. We have individual awards as well, our ARM of the Year, IREM Excellence Award Individual, and CPM of the Year. We also have our foundation awards. We have the Lloyd D. Hanford Senior Distinguished Instructor Award. We have the Louise L. and YT Lum Award and the J. Wallace Plateau Award. So there are several ways for you guys to get recognition or to recognize others. We have a mid-year economic update event coming June 16th, 2021. It will be moderated by our David Sayers, who's on the call right now. We are really excited to have you. We'll have a few speakers with him. We'll have Brad Dillman, Christopher Lyon, and Madeline Harper For that schedule of events, we'll have our connection corners where talent meets opportunity. We'll have our future and current industry partners orientation. We'll have, of course, the mid-year real estate insight program, and then we'll have our future and current membership orientation. So if you have other people that you're thinking that could benefit from IREM, bring them to the membership meeting again so that they can get the wealth of knowledge.
Hey, Jasmine, since David's on here, would David like to say a word about this program?
You know, I was waiting just for my moment, right? I'm happy to share. For everybody on the call, this is going to be a very impactful session. I would say it's really a can't miss. If you're in Atlanta or in the surrounding area, if you want to know what's going on in the Atlanta economy and with the real estate and how everything's being affected really over the last 6 months, this is the call to join. We've got some top panelists here in Atlanta. They're going to just wow us with their information, and it's easy to join. Just go to the IREM Georgia chapter website and register. So I can't wait to see you all there.
Thank you so
Always
much.
say, invite your friends, 10 plus.
Yes, 10 plus, 10Xers.
I think I may have mentioned it before, but the IREM Global Summit will be in Las Vegas, October 11th through 14th. They say what stays in Vegas, what goes down in Vegas stays in Vegas. And we're ready to get out. So that's going to be a phenomenal time. There is just nothing like being able to see your peers in person and to just get a little bit of something to take back home. So we are looking forward to the Global Summit. For additional upcoming events, please check out iremgeorgia.org/meeting info for updates on our local events, and then be on the lookout for email invitations as well as phone invitations. We also have IREM industry partners, which exclusively with IREM Georgia, we are vetting and recommending these industry partners by the members. These are the top of the top, the ones that we'll put our name by. These are the top professionals. So to see who they are and to learn more about them and the services that they provide, go to iremgeorgia.org/partners.
Are any of our sponsors on the membership session right now? It was Affinity, Waste Solution, and then Allied Industry Partners. They're Allied International Cleaners, Sesame Tree Services, and Solitude Lake Management. They were our sponsors today, and they were on 3 other calls, so I'm not sure if they're on today, but we really appreciate our partners. We're only allowed to have 1 partner for every 10 members, and we do have some openings, but we do ask that they're recommended by someone who is using their services, and we only allow 2 per category. Thank you.
So the communication does not stop there. Get connected. Follow us on IREM Georgia LinkedIn page, our IREM Georgia YouTube page. Follow us on Facebook at IREMGA, Twitter, IREM Georgia, and Instagram, IREM Georgia. There are so many ways to get connected, so many ways to know what's what. Do not miss. I'm going to hand it over to our lovely Narissa.
Okay, thank you so much, Jasmine. And
Thank
hi
you.
and welcome everyone. My name is Narissa Legg. I am the Director of Member Engagement and Services at IREM headquarters in Chicago. And one of my main roles with IREM is to really make sure that the CPM designation process overall is clear and that everyone understands how to attain it. So today we are going to talk about the overall CPM process. Next slide, please. So where will you go as a CPM? Absolutely anywhere you want. We say at IREM that, you know, the CPM is, it's very unique because it covers core competencies of all asset classes. So not just industrial, not just residential, not just commercial, but really everything. Next slide. So I like this slide because really, to succeed in today's world of real estate management, knowledge really is everything. So our goal at IREM is to make sure that we are providing you with the resources that you need and to really be your career partner and make sure that you are able to keep impacting people through your daily work. Next slide. So a little bit about some of the courses and the coursework that you will be introduced to once you enroll as a CPM candidate. You can see that a lot of our courses are pretty finance heavy. I mean, we definitely sprinkle in a little bit of marketing and leading a team, things like that. You'll find that ethics is big and, at the bottom. And that is because ethics, like Deborah was saying earlier, ethics is really the core foundation of IREM. So IREM was founded on ethics, and ethics is really that one course that we want to make sure everybody takes. So no matter what certification you decide to go for, ethics is that one course that can never be waived. And we also want to make sure that people are able to, just really know that that is the foundation, and it'll help you further down the road if your ethics are ever tested in anything that you are doing. The CPM is really that differentiator because it focuses on the value of property and the overall asset analysis. Next slide, please. So this is a quote that we love. I won't read the whole thing, but you can just kind of, review this and see that this is the sort of feedback that we get all of the time from, we get this from members, we get this from just students that are, already on their journey, and they really say that having, obtained their CPM has really helped improve their success, really helped improve their overall portfolio. And we have thousands of testimonials like this. So I think I wanted to point that out because it really will enhance your career. And it's like, people are able to sit in on those strategic discussions and be a core contributor. They're able to just really feel confident in the knowledge that they have learned through IREM. Next slide. So how do you earn it? We're going to talk about the various steps to earning the CPM. So there are 4 steps. I would like to mention at this point, if there is anyone on the call who's already enrolled, congratulations, you have completed step 1, which is honestly the easiest step of all. It takes about 10 minutes to go ahead and enroll. Next slide. So before we get started talking about the overall process, I just want to be transparent about tuition dues and fees. So the average total cost to earn the CPM is between about $7,500 and $8,500. And you'll see that the cost varies based on the courses that you will actually take and how you take them, what modality you take them in. Also, because we factor in chapter dues, which the chapter dues vary among chapters, so depending on which one you belong to. So next slide. As we talked about earlier, there are scholarships. I know Deborah was mentioning some of the scholarships that are available. So the IREM Foundation is our philanthropic arm at IREM. And so you have to be a member to apply. If you are not a member, if you are a member of an AMO firm, you can also qualify. And what this does is if you are pursuing any of our 3 certifications, you can apply to get up to 3 courses, 75% of the tuition covered for 3 of those courses. It's a very simple application, and I'll even put a link to it in here momentarily. And so you can apply on a rolling basis, which is great. You don't have to wait for a particular moment in time. And you do find out fairly quickly. You'll find out in about 10 business days if you've been approved. And it's great because it really helps to offset some of the costs for the tuition. Next slide. So I want to mention our CPM handbook. The CPM handbook, and I will give you a link to that as well. It is fantastic. It is something that we really encourage you to download. It's something that literally, if you're on your journey, it has every answer just about to most of the questions that you may have. So you'll find out not only about the courses that you'll take, the course costs, the course modalities, your experience forms, all those types of things that you're going to need along your way. Also, if you're ever in the situation where you need to maybe convince your employer or your boss of the value of the CPM or why you want to pursue it, you'll find a lot of good nuggets in there that you can kind of take and plead your case. So I love it for that reason as well. So back to how we actually get started. So step one is enroll. So literally takes about 10 minutes. There is an online application on our website. It's really easy. We just ask a little bit of information about you, contact information, a little bit about your portfolio. And this is just so we make sure that in the future, we're sending you some of the right information. You go ahead and once you enroll, you pay that $425 fee. That is all you will pay for the calendar year. That makes you a CPM candidate, and it also makes you an IREM member. So you complete that short form. And I also want to point out that once you're enrolled, you get access to some really great member benefits. And I've just listed a few of them here. So you get a personalized CPM progress report. The CPM progress report is great because as you go along the journey, it literally just kind of highlights for you where you are, what you've completed, and what you have left to do. You definitely get member pricing on tuition and products and events like Global Summit, and you get a candidate rundown. The candidate rundown is a bi-monthly email that goes out and is really personalized to you and lets you again know where you are in the process and kind of gives you some tips and tricks to help you along the way. So step two, you will see that the timing is, this is all average timing. We by no means hold you accountable to any of this timing. This is just the average. It takes people about 2 years to complete, but some people complete it quicker. Some take 3, 4, or 5 years and longer. It really doesn't matter. We really want you to be able to just take it at your own pace. So this slide depicts all of the courses that you're going to need to take for this certification. They are listed in the recommended order of completion. So again, ethics, as always, is a requirement. And then you'll see again, very finance heavy. For example, if you take Fin 402, we recommend you taking that pretty much in the very beginning before the asset management track, and then taking the asset management track 603, 604, and 605 in that order, because those courses build upon each other, whereas the budgeting and cash flow course definitely prepares you for courses 6, 7, and 8. One thing to point out is that, since we're in this pandemic and we're not having a lot of in-person, classroom courses right now, Ethics 001, which is the virtual online ethics course, will count towards your CPM. If you are already enrolled as a CPM candidate and you register for the course prior to December 31st, it will count. So you don't have to worry about, oh gosh, I can't take Ethics 800 because that's a classroom course. So that's great. Now, back to the modalities. We've got 3 modalities to hopefully fit your lifestyle. So we have virtual classroom, which is kind of how we are right now, where you're going to have an instructor and you can talk and chat and raise your hand and all of that. Of course, we have in-person classroom, which later this year there will be more of. And then we have online self-paced. So the online self-paced is strictly on your own time. You can start and stop, and it will save wherever you left off. So it's very flexible, and people do like that we offer that type of course. So for the fast track, I want to bring this up because there may be some of you on this call who may qualify for the CPM fast track. The fast track, what it allows you to do, if you qualify, is to waive 7 of the 8 CPM courses. Again, you only will take ethics, but the great thing is if you do qualify, we will still give you access to all of the other course materials for the other 7 courses, which is great because that will help you later on as you're studying and preparing for your exams. So the way you qualify is if you have a college degree in property management or real estate, or if you have a minor or concentration. And if you're not sure, you can send it to us and our review team will review for you and let you know. If you have a designation from any of those 7 approved industry organizations, so if you're already a CCIM or SIOR, whatever, you would definitely qualify. Or if you have 20 years of qualifying real estate management experience. And if you do, then fantastic, you just submit that, we review it, and you're on your way. So that's great. Step three. Step three is you're moving along, you're on your way. The time, as you can see, does vary between 3 days and 1 month. And that's just because there are a lot of things that happen at this step. So when you're testing, and we're talking about the CPM capstone, that is a two-part, it's a two-part test. So the first part is an MPSA, that's the Management Plan Skills Assessment. That is a 2-day prep with a live instructor. So within 7 days of completing that, you have to take your MPSA exam. So that's a 4-hour online exam. And we partner with a group called ProctorU, and they will kind of walk you through and send you instructions on how to schedule that test. But then you also have the CPM exam, which is a separate 4-hour 150 multiple choice question exam that you must complete within 30 days of your MPSA prep. So it's like 7 days and 30 days. So those are the two things that must be completed. So that time frame does vary. So once you, and this is a little bit more about that, once you do register for the courses, we definitely recommend you going ahead to contact ProctorU and schedule your exam time. That way you get the date and time slot that works for you versus having to wait and see what they have available, and you're not beholden to their schedule, because as you can imagine, online proctoring is very popular right now and everyone's doing it. So definitely take advantage of that. When you get to step 4, which is graduate, again, this is an average time of 1 to 2 months. Headquarters will actually reach out to you and let you know, hey, congratulations, you've made it to step 4. Now you are actually eligible to graduate, which is great. You can go to the next slide. And so what we call at this point, it's really closing your CPM candidate file. So there's a few things to remember when you get to this point. One of those is that you've got to have been a CPM candidate for at least 1 year. That is waived, however, if you are already an ARM or an ACOM for 12 months by the time that you are eligible to graduate. Of course, be current with all your IREM dues and fees. And then you have to have documented 36 months of qualifying real estate experience. And sometimes we get questions on what the experience is that qualifies, and we'll walk you through that if you need help. And it's also in the CPM handbook and on our website to kind of walk you through the various functions. So we have 36 real estate management functions, and as long as you have 19 of the 36 of those for each position you want to qualify, you're in great shape. And then attend at least 2 chapter events. So again, one thing to note, your chapter will kind of verify that for you, but until the end of this year, many chapters are waiving this requirement because we don't have a lot of opportunities to gather together. So, and Deborah will let you know about that, but that's something that they have the discretion to do. So for the 36 months of qualifying real estate experience, as you can see, based on whether it's a residential property, a commercial property, or an industrial property, we have minimum square foot requirements and minimum site requirements. And in addition to the 19 of the 36 key management functions. And I know it sounds like a lot, but when you see it really written out, it's actually really simple. And all you do is just check off what you've done. That's it. So it's pretty good. This timeline is pretty much the last sort of timeline that we kind of take you through. So again, when it's time for you to get to step 4, headquarters will initiate that process. You will get an email saying, okay, great, you've reached step 4. This is now what you need to do. So under complete, you do pay a $210 graduation fee. If your state requires a real estate license, we just ask that you attest to that and you verify that your real estate license is up to date. If you're not already a member of NAR, we require you to be a member of National Association of Realtors. So if you're not, then we'll kind of take care of that for you. You'll become an Institute affiliate, and that's all towards the end of the game on your graduation form. So that's perfect. We ask that you agree to uphold the IREM Code of Professional Ethics. And if at this point you haven't verified your experience that we talked about earlier, we do ask that you go ahead, verify your experience. You submit all of that to getinfo@irem.org, and we have a team of people who will review all of that for you, contact you and let you know your status. You also note that your chapter will endorse all of this as well, just as an extra set of eyes to make sure everything is fine. Your chapter has 30 days to do this, but most chapters are quick and they will endorse it for you within a day, a couple of days, even a week. So you don't necessarily have to wait that long. Next slide. So life beyond graduation. Once you've made it through all of this stuff that you've had to do, it's great because you will get a personalized letter from the IREM president. You will receive your CPM pin and certificate. What we're doing right now is mailing it directly to your house. So whatever address that we have on file for you in our database, what was happening prior to the pandemic is that your chapter would send this out to you. So right now headquarters is taking care of that. So you'll get, the package with everything. Some chapters are doing kind of like a virtual installation or celebration to still recognize everybody that has completed their CPM. So I want to point out just some of the great things that you do get by being an IREM member. Deb mentioned earlier the income expense IQ, which really is just, it's kind of like an interactive experience where you can get comprehensive data on different buildings or comparable properties. We have the various new courses and skill building topics, which you also get discounts on, and many brand new webinars. We have a brand new podcast called From the Front Lines, and you can download that on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I have mine on Spotify, and it's great if you have just 10-15 minutes. All sorts of various topics, everything from like, DIY, sort of like realtor type things, rent increases, just anything you can think of. We have featured guests, and so it's really cool. Next slide.
I was just making sure everybody knows the extra savings to the top left. Did I miss that?
Oh, yes. Extra savings on the accelerated course. Well, we're not calling them that anymore, but our certification courses and IREM books and publications. Also preferred pricing on all of our events like the Global Summit or any other events that are happening throughout the year. We also have the IREM community room, which is nice. It's a virtual space, basically, where it's kind of cool. You get to talk to people from across the country, and it's just a nice way to connect virtually with people. We also have a lot of resources on COVID-19, so business templates and signs and things you can use in your buildings to keep tenants and residents informed of whatever it is that's going on. A lot of advocacy work is also being done. So a lot of issues that might potentially affect you and your work, you can also volunteer if you are interested. Always looking for people that might, want to be involved. So that's great. And also just take advantage of your chapter resources and guidance, because there are a lot of things locally that you can get involved with as well. People always come back and tell us they love the networking opportunities that they get through IREM, because it's really a huge, connection of people and that like to interact and like to network. So definitely keep that in mind. This is our contact information at headquarters. So if you have questions or need anything, and I'm also going to type in my email right now so that if anyone has questions after the fact and you want to reach out to me and talk about something, definitely here to help you and walk you through. So if there are any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat, or Deborah, if there's time, if anyone has any questions to ask. Great.
We do have time, and
okay.
Wonderful presentation to
Oh,
Jasmine and
you.
Narissa. Thank you both.
Of course.
So how many of you, if you want to use your little emotions, reactions, how many of you are a CPM candidate at this moment? Just put a little thumbs up. Or raise your hand. David Sayers. Oh, there's Sandra. Yay. And I don't see Jan, Sheila, Angel, Anitra, or Vivian. But anyway, we're proud of you if you've already enrolled as a CPM candidate. There's Anitra. Hey, glad to have you. If you take yourself off mute, please feel free to ask questions. There is not a wrong question at all. Hey, Jan Reed.
Yeah, and I just put the link in there, everybody, for the CPM handbook. So you can click that and go ahead and download it as well. That'll give you a lot more information.
And you're more than you just, if you need to reach out, I can send you the handbook as well. I can, and she's got the link there. But sometimes when I get off of these, I'm like, if I click, it takes me off. And so we can forward anything you need. I did want to just mention for Georgia specific, for our chapter, Georgia does not require a real estate license to earn a CPM certification, certified property manager certification. It is not required. We do have to belong, as Narissa mentioned, to the National Association of Realtors, and IREM is so nice. They bill our local, our national, and our NAR dues at the end of the year, and we just pay one check, which our accounting department just loves. So that's good. We do require that you attend 2 events, because even though they're virtual, Georgia is not going to burn out on Zoom sessions. We have a good time. Let's see some smiles. Woo-hoo! Sam, give me there you go. Hey, we will make the most of whatever we are handed. That's what property management is all about. We can't always guarantee success, but we can guarantee you we can fix it. Well, Zoom sessions are the next best thing right now. And we will be having a get together May 19th. We will be in person. Come to the party from 4 to 6 if you don't play golf. It's on our website. But yes, we do want you to get involved. Even if it's 2 events throughout the year, you can call me. You can say, I want to volunteer to do something. We'll have you speak about anything that you're an expert about. We'll encourage you to get involved in ways you would never imagine. So, and we don't embarrass you. And David Sayers, for anyone who has the desire but not the finances, is there a scholarship program? I'm on the IREM Foundation committee. I'm happy to speak. I think Narissa did cover it. It is on the website, irem.org, and you go under memberships, you scroll down to IREM Foundation, and then you will find scholarships. It is less than an 8-minute fill in the blank. And the turnaround time is pretty much like 10 days even.
Yes.
Yeah. And I work with IREM Georgia, by the way, guys. If you haven't met me, my name's Deborah Westfall, and I've been a member since 1996. I'm a CPM and an ARM and an IAE, and McDonald's has nothing on me. I'm just kidding. There's a lot more certifications you can get out there. I've got those 3, and I'm very happy. So with that said, the IREM Foundation, we raise money throughout the year. We ask for donations. We definitely have supported some of our members, a lot of them. We gave over $20,000 in scholarship money last year, the IREM Foundation. So it's very, very needed and very much appreciated. We've had a couple of our IREM Georgia presidents who took all of their courses and used IREM Foundation money. And it's a big benefit. Narissa mentioned 75% of your scholarship monies are applied towards the cost of a course. Now, with that said, why is it so important, in addition to all the great things Narissa said? When you earn a CPM, we want you to know why there's added value. You go out for a job interview, some people know about it, some people don't. When you're a CPM, you walk to 2 standards. You will walk to the rules and regulations and policies and guidelines of the company you work with, and you will also abide by the IREM standards, the code of ethics. And trust me, learning it matters, because you'll get out in the real world and there will be situations that come your way and you will have no clue that it's wrong. No clue whatsoever. Sometimes it's like, there's an old movie called The Firm, where you're in there, you're working hard, you're doing the best you can, you have no idea that you're doing something unethical. And all of a sudden, IRS or the government or somebody else comes and shows up at your door and says, hey, we're taking your asset. When that happens, that's not a happy day. Even if you're not the one involved in it per se. So it's just the ethical part of, if you know something going on wrong within your company, you go to the right people, you address it. If you have to, get out of that situation. Do not ruin your reputation. Do not ruin your life. And that is one of the reasons why ethics is just so important. But you walk to two different avenues. If you are found as a CPM that you're in violation of a guideline and it's pretty serious and someone reports you to the ethics committee, you can lose your CPM certification. So it's very important. That's why we earn more money as a CPM. That's why we sell it to our future employers or our current employers. The earnings alone, sometimes we have a handbook that tells you the amount of money, and during the membership orientation or something else that Jasmine mentioned earlier, it gives you ideas about compensation. Take that serious. You work hard, you invest in yourself, you build relationships with others, and you deserve to get paid for it. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You're going to give to your employer, but you're going to give a lot of added knowledge, experience. And so don't be shy. It's almost like when you were leasing or doing that entry level position, if you were scared to ask for the money, something's wrong. It can make people feel bad if you don't ask for the money. Well, it can make yourself feel bad in your company that invested in you, that put those thousands of dollars in for you to get your CPM or an ARM an ARM is an accredited resident manager. A CPM is a certified property manager. An ACOM is an accredited commercial manager. And our IPs are our industry partners. And I see Mike Dean and Stephanie Owens on here. And they are learning all about IREM because they're both new and they want to know all they can find out about IREM. So thank you. You've earned IREM Georgia bucks, every one of you guys that are here today. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to interject that there's also an Upbeat furnishings grant that you can also take advantage of, which Upbeat is one of our kind of like a national industry partner that does kind of a writing contest every year. I've been a recipient twice of the grant, and you can use that in combination with the IREM Foundation scholarships. So between the two, I really haven't paid a lot. I didn't pay a lot for my CPM because every year I applied to everything available. Take advantage of your resources. If you have questions on how to do it, how to navigate it, there are people who have done it within our chapter. So ask the questions, utilize the resources, it's available.
And we had two winners of that, Jasmine, this year. Jansen Trentum was one recipient, and Rosemary Ashton was another.
Yes, so, and the applications are open again
already
for that particular grant. So look for it. Go to LinkedIn, go to their website. It's there.
I'll add it to our website. I'm taking notes. Thank you, Jasmine. Okay, guys, no shyness in property management. What questions do you have we've got Narissa, Jasmine. We've got some experts on this call.
Hi, everyone. I do have, I guess, a question and a half. But before that, thank you all for coming out this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I know I've been a student member at least of IREM for a few months now. Mike Altman at Portland introduced me to the organization last year. I guess I'm just now really getting in the groove of things. But I'm Sam Odutola. I'm a junior at Georgia State studying real estate and finance, and I'll be interning with LaSalle Investment Management this summer. And I know we've been on the topic of the CPM itself, but on the side of student resources and certifications, I guess kind of in preparation for potentially pursuing a CPM or any of the other related designations later on, are there any that come to mind as, I guess, the most ideal starting points, while we're still in school? Because I know a lot of the eligibility qualifications for the CPM are kind of leaning towards full-time, I guess, full-time members that are in, the property management side of things in the industry. But on a student note, are there any certifications, resources, scholarships, et cetera, that you think I ought to take a look at before I graduate, or until I graduate?
I think there's always an added bonus when you graduate to already have a certification in congruent with your degree. So I know that getting and obtaining the CPM is very strenuous, especially when you're going through the PSA portion of it. So what I did was I knew that I would have, maybe 2 years, 3 years of a process to get my CPM. In all of the classes, there are a group of maybe four courses that you need to go ahead and get your ACOM that go towards your CPOM. So my recommendation would be to get your ACOM if you're more focused towards commercial, or the ARM if you're more focused towards residential while you're in college. And once you gain that and graduate, you'll already have some sort of certification on hand that you can be able to utilize, which does put you kind of jumpstarts you on your career pathway. You already will have majority of the courses needed for the CPM anyway by having and obtaining your ACOM or ARM. So all you will have left really would be your asset management course, I believe, left to do, and to be able to take the exam and the management plan part of it. So that will be my personal recommendation. There is also the Student of the Year Award, which does elevate you and put you at the forefront of recognition. So getting involved at the chapter level is going to be really heavily pushed so that you can be viable to be a recipient of the Student of the Year Award. There's also, because you are a student, I think student membership, we'd also do like the DC program, which I will also recommend you applying for, which does give you additional recognition. I've been honored to be a part of the DC program, which definitely highlights and recognizes those who are part of underrepresented groups who are aiming to be leaders within our industry. And then in combination with that, I've been a recipient of the IREM 30 Under 30. So as you begin to get involved at the chapter level, and net weaving, as Dr. Debbie would say, look for opportunities that really can put you in the room with people that can influence you and that you can learn from. Those will go a long way. But while you're seeking, your certifications, the ACOM or ARM, you cannot go wrong there. It's not going to be as time consuming as the CPM and as straining on your mental, because you really want some capacity for that MPSA portion, because it is very intense. So that will be my recommendation.
That is great. And I'll just add on to what Jasmine said, that you also, I would recommend also checking out the IREM job board, because that's another great way to connect, and it's exclusive to IREM. So you'll be able to see all sorts of property management type, jobs that may be of interest to you. And then also after, I guess, 12 months or whenever your graduation is from college, your student membership will transfer to an associate membership type with IREM as well. So again, you'll still be able to take advantage of all those benefits, even though you're no longer a student member.
Got it. Jasmine and Ursa, thank you. That was a lot of really insightful mission. I had to take a couple of notes here, but I'll dig deeper later on today. But that was exactly what I was looking for. So thank you.
Help, just reach out to one of us, and we can always point you in the right direction. If we don't know the answers, then I'm sure we know someone who may.
Thank you.
Another thing, Sam, if we have a connection corner that we host every quarter, and that is where talent meets opportunity. And it's only pretty much most of the attendees were from Georgia. And so we have folks that represent management companies as well as individuals looking to intern or to work, intern with pay, intern without pay, or get a job in the industry. So you can attend that. And we're having our next one in June. But it's definitely wonderful with regard to, and if you want to reach out before, if you need any opportunities, in addition to the one Narissa was saying about the job board with IREM, we also have a career section on our iremga.org website, and it lists all the top management companies in Georgia. And you don't have to hunt for the job opportunities. You can just click on it. And if you do apply for something, Jasmine and I just ask that you send us your requisition number of the job that you applied for and your resume, and then we will reach out to someone that we know that works with that company and give you an added plus sign, because it's again net weaving, and that's what we're here for. We want to support your seriousness in the industry. And it does take 3 years, 36 months to earn the CPM. But like Jasmine was saying, your ARM, ACOM, that takes 1 year experience. And we are working with the membership department at IREM to have some of the property management course information, and those that are interning while they're in college, that experience work towards earning your certifications.
Got it. That was a great overview. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Mhm.
Sam, I'm a GSU alum, so way to go. Keep going.
Yay!
Good to know. Thanks.
There was a lot of information today. If anybody would like a copy of the slides, I just ask that you email me, Deborah@iremga.org. Yeah, there's a lot of slides. Come to think of it, Narissa, I may have to save it to a Dropbox and do the link like you did.
Yeah, we
And-
can do that. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Mhm.
But once you get down to it, you guys, you can take one page and it's a checkoff list.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. And it is a wonderful guide to help you through the process. And then if you would like to be assigned a mentor, someone to help you, we also have a mentorship program with IREM Georgia. And we are more than happy to pair you up with someone and help you cross the finish line. All right, guys, we have a couple more minutes. Anybody else have any wonderful questions to ask? These have been good so far. Thank you. Okay. Well, what's the next big event that we're having? Anybody know?
May
19th?
mhm.
What's going on May 19th? Golf. I see some swingers out there. Well, they were doing the golf swingy thingy.
Yeah, as best as I could from my seat. Just, yeah.
You did good. You did good. All right. And then we're having a
They have to come in May then.
Pardon me?
I was telling Narissa to come down in May.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll do my best.
And then June, we're having another virtual session, economic mid-year.
Okay.
And David Sayers is going to be our moderator. He is our gentleman over here clapping. There.
Yes, I'm the clapper of the year.
And so much more. He writes the policies and procedures for a big company. And anyway, and then we will also have an industry partner trade show in August.
Mhm.
We definitely want everybody to attend. We're having a spirit award. We're having so much fun. I just can't even go over it right now. So, all right, we have 1 minute. I just want to thank each of you. You all earned 10,000 IREM Georgia bucks for attending today. You got another 10,000 IREM Georgia bucks if you had your bag drop up, which few of you do. And let's see, if you attended all the other sessions, you also earned IREM Georgia bucks. What are they? It's ways that we keep up with your involvement with IREM Georgia. You can use the IREM Georgia bucks when we have our in-person events. You can bid on prizes. At the end of the year, it's our way to quantify our winners. Instead of just having a, what is it, a popularity contest? We literally look at who's done what throughout the year, and you earn your IREM Georgia bucks by volunteering, bringing a guest, dressing up when we ask you to, using backdrops, referring a partner, referring a new member. So there's just all kinds of ways to get involved. And please reach out. If you want more from IREM, we're here to help you. We want you to get as much out of it as you want. It's worth it. I can say it. I've been a member since 1996. And I
It is
love it.
worth it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll say it. I've been a member since 2 years now, I think, coming up. And
All
I've
right.
gained so much more knowledge than the 15 years I've been in the business. So
Aw.
Guys, you're going to learn and discover a lot. The education that we offer is top notch. So please take advantage of it for sure.
So
Absolutely.
true. Yay! And he's already on our executive council. He's been involved 2 years.
Is that what that's program committee. Don't put me on the exec committee.
The program committee is part of our executive council.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes, sir. So again, we have opportunities. We appreciate volunteers. We all are volunteering. We all have full-time jobs, and we take that under consideration. I work full-time for IREM Georgia. Sometimes I'll do committee reports. It doesn't matter. I will support you because I did property management for 30 years. So I know things happen. But we give you the support and encouragement. And when you call me and you might be going, oh, I can't do this class, I will coach you through it. Cheers and all.
Right.
I'll tell you to get back in there, or we will talk it through, or I'll get you connected with your instructor. We care. We truly
Deborah
care.
was there when I did my MPSA portion.
Hey, I had somebody there when I was in my classes and when I wanted to get up and walk out, but I didn't because I just had somebody smile at me and go, oh. So it's okay. It can be, it is one of the hardest certifications, most people have said, and we've taken that under consideration with different organizations. They'll tell us that, but it's okay. That's why you earn more, and that's why you can ask for more. Fiduciary responsibility to yourself.
Bingo.
Yay! Awesome, everybody. Thank you. This is recorded. We will have it available after it's sliced and diced because it was 4 events today. And Stephanie Owens was a sponsor. Stephanie, you want to say hi?
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate, yes, I was able to be a sponsor today. I really appreciate this. And I appreciate the learning that I've done today and the information that I have been taken in. And I'm looking forward to being a part of IREM.
Yay! And we also have Mike Dean. He's new. Welcome, Mike Dean.
Hey, everybody.
And his other half is Chloe. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. She'll be on the next one, I assume.
Well, you both can. It's okay. You can always have 2 from your company show up.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and love somebody out there.
Woo.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.